guys, we've got something I've wanted to make for a while, and my wonderful wife was in the city this morning and she picked this thing up that I need this to make something that I've wanted to make for a while. A cheap woodworker's bench vise. So what do we need this thing for? Well, I've seen a lot of people doing this, and it seems like a really good idea. This is for one thing and one thing only. Plate quenching stainless steel. So I've got these two pieces. These are 1-inch thick aluminum. Yeah, 1-inch thick aluminum. And what I would do is I would actually stick this in my existing woodworker's vise here. So I'd put the bottom one and I'd clamp it in here like this. And then I'd put my stainless on here, I'd put this on here, and then I use two Bessie clamps, two C clamps, and I'd clamp this down. Well, that is going to be the old way. Now, this is just a really cheap one. This was 58 bucks. There's no quick release. I don't care about that. The normal thing that you do with these is they've got these holes, and typically people will mount wood in here, like some type of a hardwood or something, so that you've got wooden jaws and you can replace those out as they get worn. But I am going to mount my two chunks of aluminum in here. And this is going to be awesome. So, I'll kind of get these all lined up and centered. Now these are actually tapped holes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just drill these out and then I'll end up tapping the aluminum because I want this to be totally flat. So then what I can do, and actually I'm going to mount this. I'm actually going to weld a bar coming off. Well, we'll see how we're going to mount it, but essentially it's not going to be mounted like this. The plates will be in there, and I'm going to mount this like this permanently, so that what I can do is I'll just put my stuff in, put my thing in there, tighten it down, boom, and I've got a really slick way to plate quench. Let's get on this. All right, so we've got this done. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. So you see we braced it there, put a little gusset in, and then like I do everything, just kind of podunk, hillbilly weld it up. And it's kind of nice having, you know, this is the support leg for my little Boltree cabinet. And I thought, you know what, this is actually good height. It's right by the kiln, so I can literally just take it out of here, boom, into there, and then just kind of slide her in. Whoops. I wanted to mount it fairly close so it like wasn't in the walkway, and it's just in line with this table, so I'm not encroaching on my egress through my little shop here. And just give it the old 1-2 crankaroo. Now these vices, a lot of them are like this. You see there's a little gap right there. Well, you can, because okay, there you come on, camera. But when you crank on it, it flattens right out. So I think the big thing when I'm using this, I'll be careful to put it right in the center and just give it the old crank, and it should be good to go. Again, that's really, it'll be open like this. Even if I had wanted to, you know, you could open it up a little bit better so I can be a little bit fussy. And then the time it takes just to wind this down real quick, I might actually just tape this or something. And then boom, and then we can come in here with compressed air, blow all the air this way just as it's cooling. So I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. Really nice to have that done, because I've been doing it in here for so long, clamping the plates and blah 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 blah. And when you have to deal with like 2 Bessie clamps and your steel's cooling down, I think that little sucker, where did it go? That little sucker, it's gonna make life much easier, and it'll speed up the process, and I'm just really excited to have that done. So incidentally, that's gonna be all that is in this vlog, just that little build. I didn't really get to too much knife work today. On the knives that we were looking at yesterday, I didn't get anything done. It's actually kind of a good thing, because I wanna show you something. So when you're grinding knives like I did yesterday, and you need to get that bevel so close, obviously your hands get close, and I always end up grinding the tips of my fingers away, and it's kind of nice for them to have a little bit of time off today. Like, these suckers wouldn't stop bleeding last night. They're just bleeding everywhere. They're bleeding, so it's nice not to be grinding today, because these suckers are a little tender right now. Also, this one actually went right to the bone. This was the other day. I was adjusting my belt grinder when it was running, and I just hit the edge of the belt and just like that. That's actually what it sounded like. It went, but luckily, I mean, it cauterized itself right away, so it didn't bleed, which is super handy. But anyways, the old fingers they appreciated a day off today. And that's gonna wrap up the vlog right there. Mostly I just kind of wanted to get this done and share that with you. Got a lot of house stuff done today as well. That's coming really good. I'm excited about that. And then tomorrow, actually, I'm getting up really early. We're gonna do some hunting. My son, this is the first year that he's got his licenses, and so he's really excited. We're gonna do that, and then also I've got to do a little bit of work on my car. I went to swap out, like, do a tire rotation, and one of the studs that holds the wheels on, it busted off, so I didn't have time to deal with that last week when I was doing that, so I've got to go dig into that big time. I'm gonna have to, you know, take the wheel off, knock out the studs, go buy some new studs. Like, the actual bolt part broke off, and so I'm gonna have to hammer that out. Anyways, that's gonna be the plan for tomorrow. I'm hoping we can get back here and get a little bit work done on knives, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. You know the deal by now. This little circle will subscribe you, and then over here are some other videos or playlists that you might enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Cheers.